Hey guys, Emily here, otherwise known as That Mom with a Laser. And if you've been following this series and you know that I'm working towards getting my Nova 14 set up, I'm almost at the finish line. I've already set up my exhaust system. I decrated the laser, I set up the exhaust system, and now I need to check that the alignment is still good, and then I can finally run my first job. So we have a lot of things to do. Now we have to rearrange all of this. So today, my girlfriend Sarah is helping me, and she's going to start, taking all that stuff off because we have to move those shelves. And while she does that, I'm going to work on the alignment. So today's a vlog style kind of video. So let's go ahead and get to work. So in order to check the alignment, all I'm doing is I've gone to the Aeon Laser USA YouTube channel, and I'm following their alignment and setup videos to make sure I do it just the way that, it's supposed to be done.
So here all I'm going to do is add distilled water. I got this funnel at Walmart. It was, $1 or $2 max. It makes water, it makes putting water in there very easy. But with that said, as I'm watching the Aeon video, I realized, okay, I don't have any algicides, so I need to go and get some. And that's going to help prevent any kind of algae growth in the tube. Believe me, you do not want algae growth in your tube. It's a pain in the butt. So I'm going to fill it up until it reaches full and close it back up. So once you go ahead and flip the breakers back up and you plug it in, two things are going to happen simultaneously. You're going to see the laser head is going to home to the back right corner of your laser, and at the same time, water is going to come rushing into the tube from the chiller. I just like to show it visually because once it fills, it's actually very hard to tell whether or not there's water in there. So if you miss seeing it and you go back there and you're like, I don't think there's water in the tube, yes, there is water in the tube. Don't worry about it. If there were an issue with water in the tube, then your chiller would beep very loudly to alert you and let you know that something wasn't right. So as I get ready here to start doing my alignment for Mirror 1, I do want to go ahead and just comment a little bit on the fact that Aeon goes out of their way to make these little custom acrylic targets for our lasers. My friends, I have been doing this for a while, and I have yet to come across any other company in the industry that does this. It's such a small thing, but can I tell you, it makes such a massive difference for a brand new user. There is a reason why alignment is a prerequisite to my course in Laser Launch Academy. For those of you that may or may not know, I have an online course that teaches you how to use your laser. But alignment is not something that I cover. And that's very much because alignment for me has always been very simple thanks to Aeon Laser USA making these custom targets. I just set the target up. If I have to make any adjustments, I'm using the target to help me get to where I need to go. And it's a done deal, my friends. So I just wanted to point it out. I know it's something small, but let me tell you, if you've never aligned your laser and this is the only way you've ever had to do it, you are spoiled, my friend. I'm just letting you know right now. So in the spirit of fun facts that you may or may not know about your beautiful Nova laser is that it comes with a remote. My friends, this is another area where you are spoiled because there are no lasers with remotes. Now, that may not sound like a big deal, but let me tell you, it makes it really nice when you're working on your alignment, okay, and you whip up your controller and you don't have to be all the way around on the other side of the laser to pulse. I can just do it right here. I don't have to keep going back and forth. And it's just, you know, it's a little luxury. Sorry about the blur there. My camera's going in and out. But you get the idea. I am really loving the remote. Also, when you pulse, if you've never done this before, you may see a little flare like you just saw as I pulsed on Mirror 1. It's totally okay. Don't freak out. I know it can be a little alarming. You're probably very high anxiety if you've never done this before. So Mom is just here to let you know that that's normal. All right, so okay. I've got my first burn mark. So far, it's okay. It doesn't have to be dead center, but we'll know if we need to make adjustments after I go ahead and make the second burn mark. All right, so both of my burn marks for target 1 are overlapping each other, that's all I need. I don't need it to be dead center, so this is good enough. I'm not gonna mess with anything, and I'm gonna move on to target 2. Now that I have my target on, I'm gonna do my best to make sure that I have the gantry at approximately 450 millimeters. It doesn't have to be exact, but OCD got the best of me, and so I kept going back and forth until I got it right where I wanted it. Okay, so my first burn mark for target 2 looks like it's dead center. I think I held the pulse button too long because it's practically disintegrated the tape there. Let's see what happens with burn mark number 2. Bam! It looks like it's dead center. I'm gonna say that that's close enough to the first burn mark I took. I'm not gonna touch anything. So far, it's smooth sailing. So now I'm gonna move on to the last set of burn marks. So everything went smoothly until the last set of burn marks. And so you're going to notice that the footage here is kind of choppy because, you know, when I start to get nervous, I'm like, I have to turn off the camera. I can't continue doing this with the pressure of being recorded, okay? But essentially what you're going for with your third burn mark is that you want your third set of burn marks is you want them to overlap again, right? So when I did this, this was my first set of burn marks. So you can see from this photo, it's not that pretty. You know, it's a little ovalish. I need it to be like a perfect circle, one on top of the other. So I had to go back and forth a few times, but thankfully it really didn't take that long at all. Maybe 15 minutes back and forth. And eventually I got the burn mark to look the way it's supposed to look, and I could finally move on and wrap up this whole process. So next thing I'm going to do is the 5-point check that they have us do at the end of alignment. And then finally I can run my first job.
Okay, so I have uncrated the laser, I have checked the alignment, now I need to connect it to Lightburn. Now, I already have Lightburn on my computer. I'm not opening it up for the first time. So to get here, I'm gonna click on Devices, right down here. I'm gonna click on that, and then I'm gonna go to Import, and I am gonna find the USB that I've connected. I'm gonna go to Settings, and then you'll see a list of settings. And I'm gonna upload whichever one the Aeon tutorial on YouTube tells me to upload. Okay, so I'm gonna choose USB for now, double click on that, and then click OK, and now it should be, my settings are at least in there. So when I go down here to the right where it says devices, I can click down and I see there's Mirror 5 USB and there's Nova 14 USB. Okay, so I've gone ahead and connected via Wi-Fi, and then what I did is I went into Facebook and I went to the Aeon Laser operator group. If you're not in there and you're an Aeon user, I highly recommend that you go into that group. There's a lot of resources here, okay? And then I'm gonna go to Files, and I'm gonna search for Material Rapid Test. You don't have to do this, but I like to do this in the beginning because it gives me an idea of settings that will work on, you know, different materials with this tube. So I'm going to download that file and I'm going to import it into Lightburn. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my laser is connected to the Nova. And it says disconnected because I don't have it turned on. So I'm going to go turn it on and get ready to run the first cut. Okay, so this controller is a little different. It's an upgraded, it's really nice. It's just different than most of the ones that you'll find videos on. So I need to get to File, so I'm gonna follow the clues here. Frame is File, so Shift plus Frame. Am I doing that right? There we go, okay. There's my material test, so go ahead and enter. All right, and now I can use the arrow keys either here or with my controller, and I can move it around wherever I want it to go. So I need to go grab a piece of scrap material, and then I'm gonna go ahead and run the cut. Okay guys, so I have the file ready. I placed my material under the laser head, right? And you can move it with your controller, but I need to get it into focus, and I can't do that with the controller. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this baby into focus. I've never done this before. Let's pray everything. Oh, it's moving. And what's nice is that the Nova has an integrated autofocus. So you're gonna see the nozzle should dip and focus. Okay, great, we're in focus now. Now you hear that air rushing through. Just remember that you can control the air like you saw in the setup. Like if I wanted to lower the air for engraving, you hear that? It went down. And then you can increase it too, which is kind of nice. Just remember that. And you want to make sure you have the air on high when you're cutting. I'm mid-job on the honorary first cut, and I got some visitors.
Hi guys!
From Sunshine Laser Supplies, that's just up the way. So we're checking it out. And they're sweaty. And look at this. This is something I just noticed. So it's running the job. First of all, look at that beautiful, clean engrave, okay? But if I want to lower the air mid-job, I can actually go to that dial that I showed you guys earlier. I know it's tight here, but I can actually lower the air as it's engraving, okay? And if you didn't know this, you typically want low air when you're engraving and you want high air when you're cutting. So the only thing is, I have to remember to increase that once it starts to do the cut. But I love the fact that I can just do that. Woody, I could just do that mid-job. So there you have it, guys. This whole playlist was dedicated just for you, the Nova user. And if you don't have a Nova, I hope you still got a lot out of this series. If you're catching this video for the first time, you're gonna wanna make sure you watch my entire playlist where I go through unboxing the Nova and setting up my exhaust system with my fume extractor over there. And then finally we end with this video right here. So I hope you guys got value out of this. Please let me know in the comments below what was your unboxing experience like, what was your alignment experience like. I'd love to hear it. We really have a very nice machine. So far, my experience has been super positive with everything that I've been cutting on the laser. Once I have more time with it, I'll definitely come back and let you guys know more about it. But for now, that's all I got for you today, guys. So I'll see you here soon over at That Mom with a Laser. Bye, guys.